you like me like I do? I know you are way out of my league. I hope you don't forget about me. Almond eyes, olive skin, promise I won't forget about you. Almond eyes, olive skin, promise I won't forget about you. I don't have a single doubt that baby all we have is now. But I won't spend one more minute on the sidelines. Tell the coach, put me in, this is my time. This is my time.
Hey Kendall, so congratulations on finally dropping 20-something.
And thank you. Congratulations for having your first song on a streaming service. I brought a bottle for the both of us.
Thank you.
And this is actually Corey's first bottle of champagne. He just turned 21. So
I wouldn't say just turned 21.
He did. He's a baby.
I am 21 now.
Alright, so we're gonna pop this. Go.
Thank you so much.
And let's get this interview started. And you guys want some? Alright. So what's your
I feel
first
like I'm not
question?
supposed to chug this.
No,
I feel
you're
like
not. Sip it, ask your questions,
Okay,
I'll
alright.
answer, you can sip some more.
Okay, so first off, how does it feel to finally release your first full-length project?
Deanna can tell you, my wife, she's right there.
Thank you for helping us and assisting us today.
She could tell you I was freaking out the night that I released it. I had so much anxiety. Yes. So much
I didn't call
anxiety.
you up late that night. Like,
You did
were
actually.
chilling.
No,
You
yeah.
had food coming.
I never let people see me sweat.
Okay.
You know, so I came off like that, but trust me, I was having a little meltdown. Just because I wasn't sure if people were going to listen to it, if people were going to like it, if anybody would care. I feel like it was going to drop that night and nothing was going to change after I put so much hard work into it. But that wasn't the case. The next morning I woke up to a bunch of people, you know, reposting the album, telling me they had listened to it like 3 times. So that just meant the world to me.
Yeah. I'm happy and proud of that. It was a good album.
Thanks, man.
How long did it take you to write and record this album?
I want to say I started winter, probably actually the fall of last year, 2019. And I wrapped it up maybe 2 months ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not that long. Decent amount of time.
Yeah. I mean, it felt long because like I knew everything I wanted on the album when I first started, basically.
Okay.
But
You had a vision for it.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
just execution.
Yeah, and for it to take that long to come together, I don't even have to ask you if you know what that's like.
Right.
Like if you spend just a month with
Yeah.
an album, you get tired of it.
Yeah.
So spending a whole year with it,
Exactly.
yeah, you get sick of it.
Yeah, I can imagine. I've been working on 6 songs for 6 months now, so
Yeah, so you know how it
yeah,
is.
it's hard. So what was that process like? Take me through that process of going to the studio, writing this album, recording. And you sung a lot too. I want you to speak on that because you were kind of rapping a lot before.
Yeah, I started out making music as a rapper. And your question was, what was the experience
Yeah, what
like
was the
recording
process
it?
like? Yeah,
The process.
recording and writing.
Writing, I usually do while I'm in my car driving, and I have to either try to like record the idea that I have into my phone while I'm driving, or try to like pull the car over and write it down in the notes section of my iPhone. That's how most of the album came together, believe it or not. And I think that's why the album sounds so good while you're driving.
Yeah.
Because it was written in the car mostly. But then recording, that was a whole different process. it was honestly the most fun I've like had in a long time. Just going in there and being able to express myself, and then also being coached into how to make it sound good, you know, by my engineer Top.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're in the process of making this album. Tell me, what albums inspired this album? Is there anything you were listening to that helped with that process, that encouraged you?
Yes, and we actually have some records, some vinyls here. Yeah.
Courtesy of my record collection.
Yes, these aren't mine. I just listen to music on my phone, like a savage. But Divine Feminine was a huge one by the late great Mac Miller. You can even tell the palette's a little similar.
It's upside down, but it's okay.
Is it? Oh yeah, it is.
Sorry,
It doesn't change much.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fact that he was talking about the love experience from every angle of it.
Yeah.
That was a huge inspiration to this album, and I just love the live instrumentation on that album too.
Yeah.
How it had like hip hop feels, but it was also very soulful and a lot of live instrumentation, and that's something that I made sure to put on my album.
I appreciate it. Mac is one of those artists where he made hip hop music, but you could tell his taste in music was so much wider than that. Yeah, I think that's something I see too. So next up,
Oh yes,
we have a few more.
Dominic Fike. He's so cool because he makes like rock rap kind of fusion.
Yeah.
And that's something that I am still trying to master, but I feel like he just does it so well. And like these demo tapes were amazing. I feel like his latest album kind of let me down a little bit, but I'm really looking forward to what he has, coming up next. But yeah, Deanna could tell you, I would just watch that, what was it, Acai Bowl, and watch him do the live performance of that in Paris.
Yeah.
And I watched that thing maybe 100 times, and that's not even like exaggerating.
Yeah, he's incredibly talented. One of the best of the new generation of artists.
Agreed.
So next up.
Oh yes, The Strokes.
The Strokes.
Yeah, this is their new album, but The Strokes, I feel like, were a huge inspiration of the sound of the song Bad Guy.
Okay, I see that now. Yeah.
And especially the end.
Yeah.
Like that was basically a Strokes nod, the way I made my voice sound.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've just always loved the way Julia Casablancas, the way he just does whatever he wants. He has so many little side projects too that a lot of people don't even know about. But you can tell he just makes music because he loves it.
Right.
And that's, I just love people like that.
Good record. One of the best from this year, to be honest.
I agree.
Next up, one of my favorite artists.
Ah, yes. King Krule. Yeah. He's another one where I can tell geez, I've never even seen this thing. This is beautiful.
Yeah, it's great. I found that one up in Baltimore.
And he paints too, so this is probably him.
Yeah.
This is probably all him. Look at this. This is so cool. I love people who you can tell they just care about their craft.
Right.
Yeah, that's dope. I love his punk feel.
Yeah.
But that he's not strictly punk. Like he takes music just to a place that we've never seen before.
Exactly.
And this album has gotten so many plays from me.
Yeah.
If you haven't heard it, it's great for rainy days. And King Krule is just one of those people that, just a one of a kind. We'll never see anybody like him again.
Another great artist who came out with a great record this year was Man Alive. Next up.
Oh yes. This
Rex.
is a big one for me. Because he's kind of the one, Rex Orange County, he's kind of the one who made me realize that I could sing. Because he can't sing, but he still sings, and people love his songs. So I was like, if he can sing, and he has a voice kind of similar to mine, kind of deep
A little bit raspy.
and raspy, a little nasally at times, but he still sings. I'm like, if he can do it, I can do it. So a lot of the first songs that I started making and singing, instead of just rapping, I was singing just like him. So yeah, he's a huge one. Not my favorite album by him, but
Yeah, we're just talking about that. It's not the best, but it's the only one I had.
but he's dope.
Next up, classic in the making.
Yes. And actually, can you hand me the other ones too? Because these are the last two.
Last two records, yeah.
But I feel like they're equally important
Right.
to the making of this album. Igor, that came out this year, didn't it?
No. So a year old.
That
May,
came out last
2019,
year. Okay, so yeah, that explains
Yeah.
it. So yeah, Igor, I feel like the structure of it is a lot like my album.
Right.
Or should I say my album is a lot like it.
Yeah.
In that it's very genre bending, but it all kind of sounds cohesive at the same time, and it's about a love, you know,
Yeah.
the ups and downs of love.
Yeah.
That's what my album is about.
I can see that.
And then Roy Blair, I play this album so many times. If you haven't heard this, he's kind of one of those low-key artists. Not many people have heard of him, but he just
Probably won't be for long, to be honest. Once his next album drops.
yeah,
He's
man.
one of those artists
I
that
hope
you
so.
know are going to be big.
Right.
In the future.
Right, he has rock star written all over
Yeah.
him. But yeah, this kid, I feel like my sound was modeled after him. Yeah,
For sure.
because I'm still finding my voice as a
Yeah.
singer, and he's one of those artists where I've like, oh, his voice is kind of similar to mine. I try to mess with my voice using his songs.
Thank you for that. So, you're going through the process of the album, listening to a wide range of artists, trying to find your sound. My question is, at what point in the process were you like, okay, I want my album to be about being a 20-something? At what point did that concept become the main theme of the album?
Well, I can answer that question pretty quick. It started out as a poetry book, and I got bored with the book, to be honest. Huh?
So the one you lost in the...
Yes.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, no problem. And I lost it. I got bored with it, and then it got deleted off my computer.
Yeah.
So, I was like, you know what? Why don't I just take the ideas from this and make it an album?
Okay. That's cool. And you're a poet as well. I know you write poetry a lot.
Yeah.
So, I guess one of my last questions is, when people listen to this album, people listen to your album, is there anything that you want people to take away from when they listen to it?
I think just that, one, to do what you love, regardless of what you think you may get from it. You know, if you love music, make music. You know, don't be afraid. Don't let fear drive your life. But as far as the message of the album itself, I would say that love will teach you a lot about yourself. Yeah, and that it has definitely taught me the most valuable lessons about myself. The people that I love teach me about myself, period. So yeah, if you have anybody that you love in life, I feel like you'll be able to get something from this album, because you'll be able to identify with the messages in it.
Okay, I like that. That's tight. I think we got it. I think we got everything. So we can cut it from here. I should have told you guys not to talk Yeah, you turned on.
Look, to all the girls whose time I wasted, I wish you knew beginnings. Why you gotta be stingy, hand-fisted with your forgiveness? I dipped my toes in the waters, I should've known I can't swim in. I took 2 years away from you, now I just need 2 more minutes. This beyond me, and that's word to Terry McGinnis. I see you out in public, hiding your grimace, survival of the fittest. Shout out to my queens who ain't put no hits out on me. Extra shout outs up to Queens, all in Prodigy. Okay, remember I would chase you around like Jill and I was Nemesis. Called you my son cause you shine like one, and now I'm Icarus. Hit the ground but you wasn't around, so no one's hearing it. They say love is jelly, you got me doing 2 life sentences. We both got blood on the hatchet, and what we shared was nothing less than magic. Last year all I could hear was static. Then you came through on the string sounds from heaven like Eric Clapton. And now when people call me out, I'm lashing. This wasn't supposed to happen. It's in the end of madness and sadness. Exit wounds is massive, these not scars, they gashes. If Cupid shot us, then that youngin' had a gun like Ratchet.
The call cannot be completed as dialed. Please consult your directory and call again, or ask your operator for assistance.